So this is my new spot. Like it. I'm absolutely in love with where I am right now. The weather is perfect. There's not there's no wind. There's absolutely no wind. There's no baking hot sun on me. I can smell the chlorine from the pool. It smells fresh. It is so clean. I'm so happy right now. So I've just done a short little workout because I have not been able to get to the gym. So this is my new happy place. So I'm going to be getting myself together, doing at least one workout a day. I think would be good. And I'm trying to get myself together because in 2 months we'll be starting our IVF process. So we'll be going through the IVF journey. This started a while ago when we just got married 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, believe it or not. Next year March will be 4 years. We decided after we got married to actively try and get pregnant. And you know how they always tell you as a teenager, don't have sex, you're going to get pregnant. Well, that's not the case. There's a very slim chance every month that you could get pregnant. And obviously we didn't know this until we actually started trying and you actually figure out how your body works and things like that. So about a year into trying, we had not fallen pregnant yet and we didn't know why. So we sought out a gynecologist. We found one. Needless to say, he wasn't very good. You know, a lot of gynecologists, their take on you not getting pregnant within the first year of trying is just, it'll happen, you're still young, you're still healthy, it'll happen. And we, you know, he's a doctor, so we took his word for it, and 3.5 years into it, and we're still not pregnant. So we actually started going to see a fertility specialist. Now, as our doctor explained to us, fertility specialists work differently to gynecologists. You know, they, besides the fact that they only focus on fertility, they also go more in depth as to why you cannot get pregnant. So it's not just your overall feminine health, it's your why you cannot get pregnant. So, mosquito. So it's also why you cannot get pregnant from both male and female ends. So we went in. She was a lovely doctor, by the way. We went in and she looked at everything. She did scans, and just by giving her my history of very heavy periods, extremely painful periods, she was able to then unofficially diagnose me with endometriosis. So with that being said, it was a little bit of a, you know, taken aback, oh my gosh, there's something wrong. But more importantly was that she emphasized that it could be fixed. Something, you know, something could be done about it. So we scheduled the surgery for February of this year. So I had never ever had surgery before this, and it was very daunting going into it, but it wasn't you know, something very serious. So what they usually do is laparoscopy. So what that entails is just 3, sometimes 4 very tiny, short 1 centimeter incisions in the abdomen. So they do it right by the pubic bone on either side, so the left and the right side, and then they do a little one below, right above the pubic bone, and then they do one in the belly button where the camera goes in. Going into the surgery, I was nervous, so the anaesthetist gave me a calming tablet, and that calming tablet knocked me out. I was completely knocked out, which was great because I didn't think about anything. I wasn't stressed. I went in, anaesthetist came in, stuck the needle in my arm, and she's like, count back from 10. I think I got to 8 and I was out. Yeah, and then they woke me and gave me a bunch of pain meds and I was good. But then waking up, I had some nausea, like a very extreme nausea, and I didn't know what it was from. And I can imagine it was probably a mix of the morphine that I got for pain and the anesthetic wearing off. So I was extremely nauseous, and I didn't know what was causing it. So this was my first time, so I opted to stay in the hospital overnight, and I was home the very next day. Well done to that guy. He deserves a thumbs up for ruining all this tranquility. Anyway, so yeah, when I went back for my checkup, she told me that it was in fact endometriosis. Fun fact, endometriosis can only be diagnosed after a laparoscopy, so it cannot be seen on scans, can't do a blood test to see it. Your doctor has to physically operate, go in with the camera to be able to see if there are any cysts or any abnormalities in there. I went back for my checkup. I was told that I did have an endometrioma, which is not particularly a cyst, it looks like a chocolate ball that's growing on one of your ovaries. So on my left side I did have an endometrioma, which they were able to remove. There was a whole bunch of tissue that was not supposed to be growing in places that it was growing. They managed to remove all of it. So at this stage I am somewhat endometriosis free. Something that did come out of that we were unable to reverse was that my right fallopian tube is completely open, functioning. My left fallopian tube, not so much. It is blocked. So that is also a factor as to why we have not been able to get pregnant yet. Yeah, so we were able to make it work by just going to see the right doctors, having the surgery, and having everything tested. So during this process I had my progesterone levels checked, I had my blood levels checked, we had HIV testing, we had STD testing, we had all of those things done to know that we are 100% clear of anything. The health of my eggs are magnificent. Too much information, but Flack is great. His sperm's like, yeah, let's do this. It's just that these embryos have no place to latch onto and grow because of the tissue that is growing where it's not supposed to. We have then sought out to get IVF, which is the perfect and most ideal for our situation and most likely to succeed. We had all preventative testing done for any kind of cancers. Colon cancer does run in my family, as I found out very recently, but that's a little story for another time. I had breast exams done just to rule out any cancers at this stage. So all of that has been done. So we are in perfect health. The only thing that is holding us back right now from having a tiny flack is the endometriosis, which has been removed. So we are starting that IVF journey in January of 2019. I'm very excited, and I am just so thrilled to be able to share this journey with you guys, because I know that it is very difficult to be going through something like this by yourself. For a long time I did feel like, people don't understand, because everyone that I'm close to in my family who is of age has kids, and it's very difficult for me to be around kids, especially babies, to be around them knowing that I have this motherly instinct and I want to share it so bad, but it's just not happening for us yet. But in the back of my mind I know that there's a reason for why it has not happened for us yet, but it still hurts a little bit, it still stings. We do have a 10-year-old who we are regularly fighting with to do chores and to study and to do homework and just the regular kid stuff, but it's still, we didn't have her since she was a baby. We got her at the age of 5. We didn't help build the foundation. We weren't able to enjoy those those firsts that you have in you know, in your first 4 years of being on this earth. Yeah, it is bittersweet. So we do have this craving to have a child, have a baby who shares our genes. You know, to have that little pitter patter in the house, and to be able to enjoy that, to enjoy, you know, a newborn baby. So I'm very, very excited to want to share this with you guys, and I would like to just clear up a lot of the stigma, because as of now we haven't really shared this information with a lot of people besides the people close to us and the people in our circle. Good morning. Just adjust this. So I'm back in my spot. Yes. It got dark really quickly last night, so I wasn't able to finish off the vlog, but the next day I have my interesting morning beverage with me. Yes, everything, most of what I own is pink. Love it. So yeah, as I was saying yesterday, we're going to be starting our IVF journey, our infertility journey. It's currently on its way. We're going to be starting our IVF soon, and we wanted to share this with you guys in the hopes that you could learn something from it, in the hopes that you could take something away, and if you can't apply it in your own life, maybe you know someone who can. Maybe you can pass on the knowledge that you've learned, that you've picked up in these vlogs, you know, throughout our story, and hopefully it'll help someone. Very often, I know, speaking from experience, when you're going through this particular situation, it often feels like you are very much alone. Yes, I do have a partner, and yes, I do share 90% of my feelings. There goes that guy again from last night. I hope he's proud of himself. Like I was saying, yeah, so you very often feel alone, and you and your partner aren't always feeling the same emotions at the same time, so it's very difficult to share. So when one partner is positive, the other might not be so positive, so it's very difficult to also gauge when someone is feeling the same emotion as you. So it also helps to know someone who is going through the same situation, or a similar situation. Someone that can empathize with you is always better. We're really doing this in the hopes of teaching someone something, or sharing our knowledge, or just being that particular vlog you can go to when you feel like you're alone, and when you feel like you are going through this emotion by yourself, or if you are going through this journey by yourself. That is my goal, at least for sharing this part of my life with you guys. For the most part, we've kind of kept this to ourselves. I do feel like I've done this because of the stigma. People don't very often talk about their infertility situation, or how they're struggling to get pregnant, and so when you do tell people, it's like you can see in their faces that they're really taken aback by what you've said, and soon after that you see a bit of pity, and I don't want that. Those are the things that you go through by yourself, the things that you have to work through by yourself, and to have to explain that part of you to someone who isn't necessarily going through it, who isn't experiencing it with you, is a little bit difficult. I don't have any friends, I don't have any family who I particularly know that are struggling. Everyone that I'm close to, I know, have children. Yes, more than one. So it's kind of difficult to find someone to talk to. So for me, it is just also my diary, and vlogging is just a way to get it out. But I do hope that even if it's just one person that I can help with this, who is feeling alone, even if that one person is able to watch this and go, you know what, this is really good, this has really helped me, even if it's just in the slightest way. alone on its own would make me happy. So we're also going to be taking you guys along with us to our doctor's appointments, and so you can really get an intricate look in what is involved in going through this process, and hopefully learn something. Like I said, even if it's the smallest, tiniest detail that you pick up and that you can use in your own life, or if you can use as giving advice to someone else, then our job would have been done. So unfortunately I don't get to enjoy this view for much longer. I have to leave for work, so it makes me kind of sad. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning in once again, and we are keeping it super real, so hopefully you'll join us next time. And thank you again for coming along on this journey with us. We hope to share more with you